Hello? Hello? Hello, hello? Why do I feel the need to do that every time? Okay, check. YouTube is up. Twitch is up. I think we are up. Cracks fingers. Waits for my wives. Where my wife? Okay. Muda! Hi! Thank you, I'm so excited and so nervous. I did the base preparations. You do look kind of bald right now. But you just gotta trust. First, where do I want to start from? Maybe your eyeballs? My needle threader. It broke. I'm not sure if you can tell because it's so tiny. But there's two pieces of metal right here. And it just popped out. And so now I have to hold it very carefully. I think my camera's in the way of my VTuber camera. I hope my mouth actually moves properly. Hold on. Gotta get there. There we go. Oh, I'm nervous. It appears it might be in the way a little. What if I move over here? Ah, ba, ba, ba. Yeah, that works. You can see my mouth there. This song's so good. Cat! Welcome in. We are threading the needle, but because I'm nervous, my hands are shaking. Oh, before I start, while we're waiting for Kale to come as well, let me show you where I got with the other one. This is what I have for the Miku. Let me recalibrate my body. They're just come over to the side. Okay. So my face is here. Ah, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Sorry about that. Let me scoot back over. Hubba, bubba, hubba, bubba, bubba. I've returned. Migu! It looks so good, thank you. Can you tell how freaking tiny this is? The eyeball is the size of my fingernail. Okay, let's get this baby started. Which eye do I want to start from? Itty bitty, yeah. Very carefully. Let's start from the right eyeball. First, we shall do an outline stitch. But it's so tiny, maybe it would be better not to do an outline stitch. I'm gonna do one anyways, just to be on the safe side. Carefully. That's not where I want to stab. Right here. I bought really fancy needles to make this muda. Before this, I was using needles from the dollar store. But I bought... I think I have the package here still. Yeah. I bought these real fancy, sharp needles from an actual high-quality brand. I'm honored. I looked so hard. I went to so many different fabric stores trying to find the right fabric that fits the muda. And I think I found a good hair color. It's a dark gray. Fabric searching so annoying, I know. And when I found the corner for the doll fabric in the store, there was someone else looking at it. I was like, oh, okay, I'll just wait a few minutes. But they were there for like 20 minutes. And of course, I'm too awkward to say anything. And so I was just sitting there, twiddling my thumbs. Craftific. Is that the one who made your official Muda doll? Yeah. Do they do it with like a machine embroider? What's going on? Oh wow. Why did that happen? What's going on back here? I was like, huh, why is the thread getting so short all of a sudden? I assume so. Oh. I think it would be so cool to have an embroidery machine. And I also saw people doing like the printed faces. What the heck is happening? Cat, what do I do in this situation? Come on. Come on, slide through, please. Please don't make a knot. I think it's gonna have made a knot. Come on. Do I just have to give up on this piece of thread? Oh, did I get somewhere? No, I think I have to give up on this piece of thread. Man. I'm glad I only got like 3 stitches in. I really want to buy the expensive embroidery thread that doesn't get tangled and it looks like shiny. It is not possible currently, but one day. There's embroidery thread that like it looks like it has gold in it and it looks really fancy. Okay. Let me just take this out. Wow. One day. Oh my gosh. Like Golden Freddy from FNAF, except it's a golden Muda. I'll make a golden Muda. Much admiration for crafters. I have admiration for arters. Like, arters. Like you. I'm not the best at drawing. But I feel like for basically every craft, if you can draw, you will immediately be so much better at said craft. I can see my keyboard. Let me move that up. I really want to be good at drawing. My problem is, like, I think I draw well enough. It's just whenever I go to, like, color it or line it or something, it just does not look good. And I don't know why. I've watched so many videos. Keep practicing. What is the song? What is a song? Is this copyright free? What is a song? Hold on. Hold on. I looked up copyright free. I don't know what that is and I'm scared. A playlist Nintendo chill songs. Okay. I like it. The song? The one that was like, yeah, yeah. There's so many things I want to practice. Like drawing and crochet and doll making and freaking Japanese and everything. But I just don't have enough time. And I want to practice singing and mixing. I've been slacking on the Mafuyu duet mix. I gotta get my act together. It's hooking on the art. I'm glad we've both been slacking. It makes me feel better. I tuned and timed most of it. Oh right, now I remember why I'm slacking. I was looking for new plugins. Cause I was like, well, since it's a duet with VTUBER Bermuda, what if I spent a little bit of money on some new plugins and made it sound really good and fancy? And so I bought a new plugin for like $60. And when I went to use it, I was like, oh, what is this? And so I was looking up a bunch of tutorials, and then I got overwhelmed. And I stopped. 60, yeah. I'm always like, okay, I want to visit my mom this year, so I gotta save up like $2,000. So no spending money. No spending money on anything that's not a necessity. And then I'm like, what if I tried every craft known to mankind and also bought new materials for everything? I just can't control myself. But it's apparently a good plugin. You have ambitions, yeah. If nothing else, I have that. So classic you. My tiny one-bedroom apartment really is like a craft store at this point. Because of all the numerous crafts I've started. I genuinely think for just yarn, just the yarn in my room, there's like at least 50 What would you say, skeins? 50 skeins? How am I to use it all? And I'm trying really hard to control myself. What is a skein? It's like the yarn ball. You pronounce like skeins. Well, you're also British and pronounce a lot of things wrong, so I don't know if you can be trusted here. Aw, I just remembered. A new one. Did you finish Miku? No, I did not finish Miku yet. I'm very close though. All that's left to do is doing the eyebrows in blue, and her mouth and her nose. And I did plan on lining the iris with a different color, but I think it would look too busy, and so I'm gonna give up on that. But Miku's almost done. I think I could finish her in like an hour. But today is the Muda day. I streamed the Miku one first because I wanted to make sure I knew what I was doing for a crafting stream before doing the Muda. Oh, but right. Whenever I talked about you being British and saying things wrong, I remembered our first collab on Mimesis and how we both brainstormed together on how to start the video. And our best idea was being like, we're playing a horror game, but the actual scary thing is, my friend, she's British. And then you came in like, oi there, love. But we were just a baby. Where the heck is the needle? There we go. So cute. Those were the days. I so badly wish we could collab more. We need to do the meta chameleon thing. Let me do it here. Friend swap, yeah. Oh, Muda, have you done it yet? If you have, how did it go? Oh no, please don't, not right there. Stop that. No! Stop that! Wait. Give me a date and time. Well, we don't have the friends needed for friend swap yet. No! Oh no. I hope you feel better. Well, if you ever wanted to do it, Kat and I are available. She's British and sounds really funny. You would love her. I wish I was British. What if we went out of our way to find friends? But, okay, I really want new friends, but especially, like, reaching out to other VTubers, I'm scared everyone's going to be like, oh, you're just a clout chaser. Even though I just want friends, and so I just never reach out to anybody ever. Because how would you even respond to that? Even if you were to say, no, I just want to be friends. They could just be like, okay, Where's your proof, huh? Where's your proof you're not a clout chaser? Where's your proof you actually want to be friends? And then it's like, well, how do you prove that? I don't know. I just want buddies to be silly with. A similar number of subs. Wait, why did that censor? Do you want me to reach out to them instead? But you fall for a lot of engagement traps on Twitter, I've noticed. My entire feed is just your replies to posts that are like, are you a blue YouTuber? Comment below if so, and tag someone who you know. And it's just all you. And I'm like, oh cap. Maybe a little lower. And doubled your follower number. Yeah, but back in the olden days of VTubing, there were still engagement bait posts, especially like, gosh, what was it? Oh, the VTuber summoning circle, like summoning all bunny VTubers and stuff like that. And yes, you do get the followers. However, I think most, if not all of the followers are just like a follow for follow thing. And actual friendships do not really bloom from it. In my opinion, it might be different, but from what I've seen, it's like that. So, I don't know. It's scary. Muda, what is your experience? Muda is the professional here. I admire people who know how to post on Twitter. Ugh. With what? With, like, the VTuber engagement posts? Like, comment below if you're a blue VTuber and tag a friend. Stuff like that. Do you think good stuff actually comes from it? Like actual connections and friends? Or do you think it's simply like a follow for follow thing, and then after I follow you, I'm never looking at your account kind of thing? Yeah, that's what I thought too. But how does one make friends? I genuinely don't care about like follower count and stuff. I just want someone I can be buddies with. Who have good vibes. How do you make it to where they don't think you're doing it for clout? That's my biggest fear. Keep liking, commenting, and chatting. By the way, can you hear the sink in the background? Is the background noise fine? And also, we finished the outline. Now we start filling it in. So tiny. I never reach out to people. I understand. I'm so glad that you had already followed me from the olden days, because if you weren't, I don't think I would have ever had the confidence to message you. I think I would have always been too scared. I love these songs. Thank you. Oh, speaking of, I'm assuming from the songs you loved, it was like Pip Oil, like the easy peasy other word will not be said in fear of YouTube. If it was from her, have you seen, I think it was yesterday, that she started an idol group? Lemon squeezy, no, easy peasy. Other word. I don't know. YouTube took down my cover for it, so I'm not sure if I can say the word and I'm scared. Hello, Pero. I'll need to see, yes. Yesterday, she released a song. Gosh, what was it? It's something like, I think it was something like XX. I can't remember. But it goes so hard. And I want to cover it so bad. The list of songs I want to cover is so incredibly large. I wish I was rich and didn't have to work. And then I could just record. Could you spell out the thing? Okay. Thomas Fiend, don't we all? I sent it to you on Discord, the word that shall not be named. I feel like this hoop is getting too loose. I want to buy a bamboo hoop. Because the plastic ones, I feel like it slips out so much. And I cut the fabric just the tiniest bit too short. And so it's really on the edge right here. I'm struggling. There is a... was it now? 2 weeks ago, maybe. There was a Vocaloid song that got released called So Sorry. And I want to cover it so bad. But whenever I get zoned in on one thing, that's the only thing I can do. And my recent zone in has been this doll stuff. And so whenever I'm not streaming or I have any free time, I can only do the dolls. Because this face is so teeny tiny, the stitches are going so fast. I've done like 3 stitches, and the eyelash is basically like halfway done. That's crazy. Who is Pumbus Feed? I love that name. Hey Daniel, welcome in. Pretending I know anything about embroidery. To be fair, I don't either. I just recently learned the other day. Okay, so what I was doing before, like there's this thread, right? And what I was doing was I was making a knot right here. And so the thread would be like this. And the prettiest way to get embroidery is to do everything in a single strand, although it takes forever. Because then it looks like an embroidery machine made it, right? And so I used one strand to do this. And so I was like, oh, it's a single strand. But then when I went to do it, it was so thick. And I was like, what the heck? This is a single strand, why is it like this? But it turns out that's not what you do. You're supposed to make a knot at the end of this and leave this one loose. And I didn't know. I felt so silly. But I know now, and that's all that matters. I have a sewing machine, and I saw that if you use a zigzag stitch, and you set the width to really, really tiny, and if you're doing like basically straight lines, it looks really good on dolls. And so I had originally planned to do that for the Muda doll hair. But I don't know, I'm kind of scared to do it if it's this tiny, you know? I don't want to mess it up. And so then I think like, oh, I'll just do it on a practice doll. But then I'd have to make an entirely different doll. And I've already made 2 practice dolls in anticipation of the Muda doll. Speaking of, I'll show y'all one of them. The pattern I'm gonna be using for this Muda doll, there are butt cheeks. Let me grab it, I have it on my desk. Look, there's butt cheeks. Since this was a practice doll, I used white thread on purpose so it would stand out and I could see what the heck was going on. So you won't actually be able to see it on the doll. But there's a butt! Look at that. Cute. Does your Muda have a butt? I don't think so. It might, I don't know. When you do it really small like that. Oh, a risk, yeah. That was my problem with the practice doll I just did. Because I used a pair of really old pants, and the fabric is really thin. I'm not sure if you can tell. I don't think you'll be able to see. But the fabric was really thin, and so since the parts are tiny as well, when I tried to put it through the sewing machine, it kept... Either one, it kept getting stuck under the sewing machine, like foot, I think you would say. Or, even though it's going straight, it was so thin, the needle would be like this and the fabric would slowly start to turn like that, while also getting caught under the foot thingy. And I was like, man, at this point it would be easier to just sew it by hand. BRB, okay. But I saw someone say, if you put like, cooking sheet paper underneath the fabric, it gets easier to do it. And then you can just carefully tear away the fabric afterwards. And so I might try that out next time. Maybe I'll try that on the Miku doll, so I don't mess up the Muda. The Miku doll is... Gosh, how many centimeters? Oh, the Miku doll is 10 centimeters. And this Muda doll is 15. Like a reinforcement material. Yeah! I did put, interfacing on the back of this. Because when I tried to embroider a face before it, the fabric kept getting like... I can't think of a word different than flaccid. But it kept getting flaccid. And so I saw someone say if you put on interfacing on the back, it gets easier to embroider. I can't tell much of a difference currently, but maybe I will know the more I go. That rhymed. I was nervous to do the embroidery because it's so tiny, but I think it's turning out good. Where should I go from after I do the eyelashes, though? I'm not sure if it's better to start from the bigger areas or to start from the small areas. Because you have to do a border stitch, right? With the colors. But you don't have to. You don't have to do anything with embroidery. But I saw someone say it is prettier if you do that. No, 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 stop that. Don't knot there, please. That's not very nice of you. Safe. Oh, right. The skin color fabric I'm using, I cut out the head. That sounds scary. I cut out the parts for the head. That also sounds scary, but whatever. And then I realized, oh my god, I don't have enough for the body. And I was really scared because I bought this fabric years ago. Maybe like 3 years ago at this point. And so I didn't have the label for it. I don't know what color this was or what brand it was. And I was like, no, I'll never be able to find a match. The head will always be a different color from the body, and it will be bugging me forever. But I'm happy to announce I did find the right color, and the right brand, and the right material. It is the exact same. Phew. Had me scared. How'd you manage that? I looked on Amazon for, first of all, for any brand that looks somewhat familiar. And I found one. Hold on. I don't remember the name. I think I have it. Yeah, I have it behind me. This brand. And so I just looked through all of the product pictures while also looking at this one and staring really hard, trying to be like, okay, ignoring my monitor color, what would be the closest thing to this color? And it is the same, right? Hold on, now that I look. Is this just a lighting difference? Is this one slightly more pink? Hold on. They are the same, right? Okay, they are the same, yeah. It was just a lighting difference. Phew. Pumbus Fiend, what kind of crafts are you making? You talk like you are very knowledgeable, so I just assumed you are making crafts. It's gonna be so cute. Good luck with him. Thank you. I will do my best to make him the cutest o shi nui ever. Leathercraft? I've actually never seen leathercraft before. I might have seen like a tiny bit before, where like in a cosplay video. I think it was shoulder pads maybe. But it was only for like 5 seconds. I don't know much about it. What kind of stuff do you make with leather? What can you even make with leather? I've never thought about it. Like book covers, I think? All sorts of stuff. I can't think of anything besides cosplay and books. Oh, boots. Oh, bags? True. That's cool. How is it different from, like... Is it any different from just normal sewing? Like, besides the fabric, of course, but can you... Is it just, like... You just use leather, and then you can use a sewing machine like normal? Or does it need some kind of special equipment? A little bit more for this eyeball. Whenever I go to the craft store, there is a leather section, and it always piques my interest. Oh, the holes are pre-punched and angled. 2 needles? What? How would that work? 2 needles on 1 piece of thread. Fascinating. I want to watch a video about it because it sounds interesting, but I know myself, and if I watch a video about it, I'm immediately going to be like, oh my god, I need to do this right now. I'm gonna freaking drop everything and start doing it. It's genuinely such a problem that even on YouTube, when I see a crafting video that looks so cool, I have to control myself like, nope, you can't watch this. Your life will change. Oh, like lacing shoes. That makes sense. Bags. I've made one bag before. With crochet. I made a strawberry bag. It took so long. Because I made it within, like... I think it was my first week of starting. Yeah, my first week of starting crochet, I made it. It took for freaking ever. Halfway through a hole, sewing down. In the thread, halfway through the hole, sewing down. Oh! I see, I see. Ugh, I'm so interested. Crafts are so fun. And it's so cute. Like, not that the crafts itself is cute, but the humans doing the crafts are cute, I feel. You know? Now, why would they make 2 knots like that? Now I have to cut off all this thread. You see what you've done? Other eyeball. Start. But yeah, I think it's so cute how humans just find something to create And they just enjoy it. You think I was Gollum? What is Gollum? I'm sorry, I live under a rock. If it's from a movie, I don't watch too many. Gollum. Oh, Batman? Is that Batman? Wait, I feel like that's wrong. Am I embarrassing myself? Gollum. Like Minecraft Iron... No, that's Gollum with an M. I should probably stop while I'm ahead. Oh! The guy with the ring? Who holds the ring? Wait, I thought that was like Dobby or something. I've never seen Lord of the Rings. But I do know back in the olden days, there was a meme picture of some kind of creature holding a ring. The one bald little skinny guy. Oh. Okay, I think I know. Yeah. I haven't seen so many things that people reference. The Moonidle's so cute already. Thank you. He is so teeny tiny. I haven't seen Lord of the Rings or Breaking Bad or even Star Wars or anything. But I feel like at this point in my life, like it's too late to start now, you know? He got flattened. He will be made circular soon. Once I make him, what should I do with it? Throw it at a wall full force? Never too late to develop an appreciation for the arts. True. Banger mom stuff. Oh, you know what I want to do? I haven't decided what clothes to make yet. And I was wondering, what if I do, like, a fluffy kigurumi? Oh gosh, what is it in English? An animal onesie. A fluffy animal onesie. That might be cute, maybe. Hold on. What is going on here? Put a squeaker in him. I could put a squeaker in him. I didn't think about that. Where'd you even buy a squeaker, though? I guess I could buy a dog toy and disassemble it. That would be adorable. Maybe I will then. I did recently buy like a gray fluffy fabric. It might be cute. But what animal would be good for Muda, I wonder? A dog? I don't really get cat vibes. But a dog? I don't know. I don't particularly get dog vibes either. A rat? I do get rat vibes. But I don't think I could make a rat from fluffy fabric. I feel like the only... Ooh, a bear! Yeah, I do actually get bear vibes. And you could do a bear from fluffy fabric too. How did I not think of a freaking bear? Stuffed bears are like the most basic stuffy. Bermuda Muda, oh my god, you're so right. It's decided. Muda will have a bear costume. it will cover up the butt cheeks, unfortunately. But as long as we all know that they're butt cheeks, that's all that matters. Should I do this in 2 times or 1? 2 times or 1? Maybe 2? The butt cheeks of the soul. So true. I feel like... What was that? Oh, there's a book. What? Chicken Soup of the Soul, I think? I feel like there was a book with that title. I haven't read it, though. God, I want to read so bad. I used to love reading books. When I was in elementary school, my favorite series was Inkheart, and it was so good. And even though I want to read now, I want to read in English, you know? I don't want to have to struggle to read kanji. But I live in Japan, and they just don't sell English books here, which is to be expected, I suppose. But I want to read. And I could, I guess technically, buy a Kindle and do it there. But I like holding the books, you know? For some reason, I just struggle a lot to read from a screen, and I get distracted really easily. And so, like, 5 paragraphs in, I'm like, wait a minute. I actually haven't been reading a single word from this page. And so then I have to start all over. And then as I start over, I'm thinking, okay, focus, read the words, read and understand the words. But then because I'm thinking about focusing on the words so much, I don't read the words. And then it's just a vicious cycle. The cycle never ends. Where is the needle? Come on. Come on. Oh, a little higher, a little lower. Come on. Pikmin music, is it? I haven't actually played Pikmin. That's a lie. I played like 10 minutes. And then I stopped. Because I didn't know what was going on. Oh, right. Today, in Japan, it is July 2nd, which means Rhythm Heaven has been released. And I want to do it so bad. I did the demo, and it was so freaking fun. $60? Come on, man. I don't know if I can justify that. But it looks so fun. And I know whenever I see videos of other people doing it, I'm just going to be like, clench his teeth. Good for you. I'm so happy for you. I love rhythm games. Yeah, $60 is insane. I'll get it, but I'll be grumpy about it. Oh, freaking speaking of, you know what I'm so grumpy about? I don't know much about Pokemon. My first Pokemon game I played was the Violet. And then I played a little bit of Sword and Shield, but then my Switch, I had to change my Switch account. And then all my data disappeared, and so I was sad, and then I didn't play it again. But that's all the experience I had, right? And then Pokemon ZA was released, and I was like, oh, a new Pokemon game? That sounds so fun. Surely it will be like the other Pokemon games. I will buy this, even though on the eShop, I think, it was like $80. I bought it for $80 freaking dollars. But I was like, surely with this Pokemon, it will be fun, like the rest. It will be exactly like the others. It was not. It wasn't like the others. And I was so sad. I haven't even completed it because of my sadness. I got duped. And to make matters worse, even though I bought it for $80 on the eShop, whenever I went to like a secondhand store, they were selling it, a physical copy, for $60. And I was like, come on, man. How could you do this to me? And for Tomodachi Life, when I played the demo, so I have a Switch too, but it's a Japanese language exclusive thing. Like, you can't change the system language. And so the only way you can change game language is if it's a setting in the game, not a system. Wait, why is the light like flickering? Did it fix? Okay. And when I did the demo for the Tomodachi Life, you couldn't change it in game. And so I messaged support. I messaged Nintendo support asking if it was because it was just a demo and all the stuff hadn't been unlocked yet, or if in the actual game, when it releases, you have to change the system language. And they were like, oh, in the full game, you will be able to change the language in-game. And I was like, okay, great. Just to double check, that means it's okay that I cannot change my system language, and I can really truly change it in-game, just to be sure. And they're like, yes. You can change it in-game, even if you cannot change your system language. And I was like, okay, great, thank you so much. I cannot wait to buy the game. And so I bought the game, and guess what I couldn't do? I couldn't change the language. I bought it because I wanted to play it on stream. But of course, most of my friends and stuff cannot read Japanese. And so I just had to scrap it. And for some reason, Japanese Amazon, you can't return it. And so I was just stuck. Yipes indeed. I'm thinking of selling it at a second-hand store. But gosh. How much would it even sell for? And why did the support girl lie to me? She promised. I quadruple checked even, to the point where I was like, I might be annoying, but I wanted to be completely sure. But it was a lie. Oh, but while we're on the topic of Pokemon, I recently started playing the app. What is it? Pokemon Pocket, I think? And oh wow. The urge to spend money. I'm not going to, but the urge is quite strong. I'm trying to make a strong deck, but I'm very much a do-it-by-the-book kind of person. And so if on a website, the strongest decks need card 1, 2, 3, I want to get card 1, 2, 3 exactly. I can't get card 1, 2, and then just be like, okay, well, I don't have 3, so maybe I'll just use card number 4. I need the exact card. But when I look up the decks, it's all like, okay, these cards are from this particular pack, and these cards are from the other pack. And so it's taking quite a bit of time to get the cards needed for one singular deck. was only into games and anime. Me too. I think it's like a year ago at this point. I bought my first Pokemon card IRL. And of course I got obsessed with that and spent an ungodly amount of money on cards, only to then grow tired of it in 2 weeks. But I want to collect every Tinkaton card ever. Even now. She's so cute. And her cry is so adorable. I do not like... Oh. You are one of the lucky ones. I get addicted to everything so fast. Collecting comics. What do I collect? I collect a lot of things. I feel like at this point, it would be fair to say I collect craft stuff. Muda, yeah, Muda! Welcome in! Oh, I have a lot of figures. I do collect those, I would say. Oh, and Taco P's Eternal Sin stuff. I want to have every merch made of the series. I know there are figures of Shizuka-chan, but it's so expensive. It was like $80. I guess in the grand scheme of figures as a whole, that's not too expensive. But for me, who generally buys figures for like $3 from a thrift store, that's an insane price. And so I was like, what if I made my own doll? My own merch? And I have it on my desk, actually. Because from that thought, I started a completely new craft. I think a year ago at this point. And my first thing, I painted this teeny tiny... I have to cut her hair, so it's really long. But I painted this teeny tiny head with the Shizuka-chan face. And I have her body here too. That sounds so scary. I have this. And so, it's basically done. The last thing I have to do is cut her hair. But I just stopped. She's been on my desk for almost a year. All I have to do is cut the hair. Just cut her freaking hair and get over with it. But I haven't cut her hair. That's really good, thank you. The sad part for that is when I started to make that, I was like, oh my god, this is so fun. I'm going to do so many more. And so I bought like $100, maybe $100 worth of supplies. And I stopped. Just cut the hair, man. Luckily, those supplies do carry over to different crafts, and I have been using it. Live hair cutting stream? Maybe. Cut the hair. I think the biggest reason I didn't cut the hair was because, the glue I used, it dried shiny. I wonder if you'll be able to see it on camera. Oh yeah, you can see it. It dried shiny at the top, so you can tell there's glue here. And I'm not sure how to hide it. Because even if you flip it over, there's glue underneath as well. Maybe I could put black paint and some kind of black powder on top to lessen the shiny, but I think you'd still be able to tell that it's hard. I don't know. I might just have to deal with the fact that it won't be perfect. That's always my biggest problem. I expect my first project ever to be completely perfect, and then when it's not perfect, I'm like, dang it, how could this happen? How could I not be immediately perfect at everything I do? Sandpaper. True, I didn't think about that. Or, yeah, it would fit character-wise. Greasy hair. The first doll I tried to make was actually Shizuka-chan. And I didn't want to buy new materials for it because I felt like it would be a waste since it was just a practice doll, you know? And so I was like, I will just use whatever fabric I have in my stash. And so I worked really hard embroidering the face, making the body, and then finally, the time came to make the hair. And I didn't have any good fabric to make it. But then I was like, wait, I have felt. Surely felt will be fine. And so I tried to make it with the felt. And of course, felt is harder than like normal fabric. And so it wouldn't lay down right. And I was like, okay, I could just try to like sew it onto the face later. Or maybe even glue it onto the face, if need be. But before that, let me wash off the marker I have. Like for the cutting lines, I used a marker that erases with water. And so when I went to wash it off, the second the water touched the felt, the black dye from the felt went all over the face, all over the body, and stained everything black. And my life fell apart right before my eyes. All of my hard work. It was so tragic. But I'm glad I figured it out on the Shizuka-chan doll and not the Muda doll. I did buy proper fabric for the hair this time. I am going to try a method I haven't tried yet for the hair. So what I've done so far is just doing the face as is, and then sewing the hair on as I'm putting the head together, you know? Like for this Miku, there is no hair. She is just bald right now. But the method with this, I don't know too much, but I think after the face, I'm going to embroider around here, and then that will be it for this. But then separately, I will make the bangs there. And then it might look cute, I think. I'm not entirely sure about the process, so I'm a little scared. But if all else fails, I'm sure a bald Muda would still be cute. Brazilian in the chat, nice to meet you all. Hello, Brazilian in the chat, it's nice to meet you too. I am doing great. I'm having a great time. Making the Muda. Muda got lice, tried to shave him. No, poor Muda. I had lice when I was a kid. I think it was in middle school. Because typical American schools, you know? I feel like most American children had lice at least one time in their life, right? And they just wouldn't go away. My mom used so much medicine, so many things, so many combs to try to get it out. We even tried the freaking mayonnaise thing, but they wouldn't go away. And I dyed my hair. I bleached and dyed my hair one time, and from the bleach they all died. And I was like, wow, it's that simple? That's all I had to do? I could have saved so much money. Your Muda doll's gonna be bald for a while too. Oh, is it the Muda doll that he was selling? Or did you also make your own Muda doll? Oh, my school also did checks, but I didn't have it when they actually did the checks. Oh my god, I loved when they checked for lice. It felt so good, like a head massage. I wanted them to check for longer, instead of like 5 seconds. Okay, next. I was like, no, look more. There might be some in hiding, you don't know. It's a BZD. Ooh, I want to see. Are you making the face yourself? That's so cool. There's a YouTuber I watch. I suck so bad with names. I think her name's Moonlight Jewel. But she like 3D prints BJD stuff. And like makes all the clothes and eyeballs and hair and everything. It's so cool. And I want to do it so bad. But, hold on, let me drink coffee real quick. But when I looked up, like, not even 3D printing my own dolls, just to buy a normal BJD doll, the base was so expensive. And I was like, oh my god. Oh, I see. Should I continue down with the eyeballs? Hold on, let me bring up a picture of the Muda as example. Silly guy! Welcome in! Thank you for coming, the gang's all here. Oh really? How much was it priced at? I feel like every single doll I saw was like $100. What should I do? I'm not sure if I want to go with the bottom lash, or if I should start the iris. Maybe I'll go with the bottom lash. But because it's so thin, do I want to do an outline stitch? Or just go straight in? I think I'll do an outline stitch, but in the middle maybe. 70 including shipping. From James Dolland? I don't know James Dolland, but I'm assuming they are a well-known person in the BJD community, maybe? Have you thought about, 3D printing stuff? I think in some libraries there's 3D printers. Oh no, it's gotten so tangled. Hold on. Stop that. Don't get tangled. Release. Release. Let go. A US dealer for beauty. That sounds scary. Yo, who's your dealer? Where'd you get it from? I think the first craft in this kind of genre that I tried to do was when I was in, I think it was middle school. On YouTube, there was someone named Delightful. I think she still uploads. And she would take Monster High dolls and like erase all the face paint and then make her own face and redo all the hair, make her own designs and everything. And I was like, wow, that's so cool. Wait, what am I doing? I was like, wow, that's so cool. I want to do that. And so I must have been 16 because I had a job, because I had the money to buy materials. I bought a Monster High doll and I couldn't find one in the thrift store, so I bought a brand new Monster High doll. And I took off the face with acetone. And I didn't want to paint the face because I thought it was really cool. The dolls that had the resin eyes, I thought they looked so cool and so professional. And so I also bought the stuff needed to make the resin eyeballs. And so when I went to cut the eyes out on the face, like a spot to put in the eyes, it was so tiny that the holes were also really tiny, and I didn't know how to do it with an X-Acto knife. So even though I tried so hard, I couldn't cut it out without it looking like jagged. And I was so upset. I just stopped. Even though I bought like a bunch of like pastels, an X-Acto knife, and what was it, Mr. Super Clear, I think? The spray? So I ruined a doll for nothing. You live and you learn. And in your area you can get to. I guess we just gotta buy a 3D printer. There's no other option. Happens to the best of us. True. Gosh, what do I want to do here? Yeah, it might just be better to do it in the middle, I feel, right? Outline? A little to the left. Far to the left. Far to the right. Crisscross. Wow, that's a memory. That just gave me so many flashbacks to elementary school. Did y'all do the... I don't even know if there's a name for it, but the thing where there was big tent-like thing and everyone would throw it up and then you would like sit under it? It sounds so not fun when explaining it, but I swear it was so fun back in the day. I loved it. Yes, I'm glad I'm glad my thoughts were able to be understood. It was so fun. And also the little tiny scooter things. Like, it's just a square with wheels on the bottom. But it was so fun to sit down and be like, wee! But then your hair would get caught under it, and it would be the worst pain you've ever experienced. I was a pro at tug of war, though. I was so strong. And I was really good at jump rope, too. Oh gosh, what was that song? There's a song, right, for jump rope? Something about cupcakes. I think something about cupcakes, and also how many people you like. Oh wait. Oh, was it ice cream? Ice cream, cherry on top. How many boyfriends do you got? Is that what it was? If so, I can't believe I remember that. There was also a Barney song. With an AK-47. What were we talking about as children? Did things so... Oh, it's okay. Thank you for coming, silly guy. I hope your things go well. I was nervous for today's stream. But I'm glad everyone is very nice. I'm having a lot of fun. I love yapping. How long has it been? It's been an hour and a half. And we finished the eyelashes? I can't tell if that's a good amount of time. I think that's pretty fast. Because embroidery takes forever. If I was doing 2 strands, it would go faster. But I'm also scared it would get, like, tangled and not be pretty because it's tiny. A bit slower than optimal. Oh, true, I have been taking yap breaks. But I feel like an occasional yap is important. I never really have the opportunity to yap. Because in my day-to-day life, I only speak Japanese now. Little arc of the thread makes it look like he's sad. Oh, it does! He's crying! Oh, that's what I should have done. I should have given him a little tear. Second Muda doll, maybe. Whenever I'm a pro at embroidery, I will make another Muda to see how far I've come. Yes, craft streams are perfect for yapping. The first craft stream I tried to do was a crochet stream, and of course I yapped a ton in that, but because I was yapping, like with crochet, it depends on the project, but for most things, you have to count how many stitches you're doing. But with my horrible memory, plus the yapping, I would lose count every time. And so I would be like, yap, wait, what was this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, yap, wait, and then recount like 50 times. People who can yap while crocheting are insane. You have my respect. Where are you? Come on. Nope. Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. I don't watch Twitch too much, but the other day, I was looking at other people in this category because I was curious what everyone else was crafting. And I saw someone who was crocheting a dog from Pikmin, and I went in, and they were so funny and so cool. I think their name is Dandy. And they were so sweet too. What a treat. I put stitch markers every so many. Oh, that would be helpful. But also, like, maybe if it was something big like a blanket. But because I was doing stuffed animals and they were so tiny, even just the one singular stitch marker was so in the way and hard to maneuver around. I think I would die if I used stitch markers. Like, more than the one. I wanna crochet a taco pea, and I also want to sew a taco pea. I understand. I want to have a taco pea in every craft genre. What would you say? I feel like genre is the wrong word. Every craft category is not the word I'm looking for either. What is the word? I know there's a dedicated word. Every craft. Discipline? No. Every craft. Every craft. I don't know. Category works, I suppose. Every craft. Everything under the craft umbrella? Every breed of craft? Every style? That also feels like it's not the word in my heart. Maybe my heart's wrong. Oh, right. Do y'all think, for the Muda eyebrows, we should do it black, like the eyelashes? Or a dark gray, like the hair? What do you think would look better? Where are you? Where are you, Jesus? That's not the word, isn't it Christmas? Here, but I have to think, okay. Dark gray. Okay. I'm sure I have a dark gray. I have a humongous bag of embroidery thread, and I don't know where it came from. I don't know where it came from, where I got it, when I got it. I literally knew nothing about it. All I know is that I have it in my possession. And there's gotta be like 50 in that bag. 50 different colors. But they're not like super high quality thread. They do get tangled and they're a little fuzzy. Yeah, I was talking about this last stream too. Like, because they're not so high quality, I of course want to buy more high quality thread, right? But because there's so many, I feel like it can't be the type of thing where you're like, okay, I'll buy new ones once this runs out. Because to embroider you use one thread, right? But how am I going to use all of this? I don't think that's possible if you're only doing one thread. And so my options are either keep using the not so high quality thread, or buy the high quality thread and just waste the non-high quality thread. Like, what is the answer? Stop. Don't tangle, please. Nope. Better not be making a knot. Wait. Safe. We're safe, safe, safe. I'm probably going to end up buying at least a high quality white thread for like the eye shines and stuff, you know? Because I feel like if that was shiny, it would be cute. I was thinking about doing the iris a border and this doll as well. But maybe it's too tiny of a scale and wouldn't look good. Maybe I should just do it normally. By the way, what time is it for y'all? Right now for me it is 10:30 in the morning. Almost 9 p.m. for you? In the p.m. Dinner. What are you gonna eat? 9 p.m. What time would that be? 9? You're out of ads. Were there ads? I'm sorry. I think I have ads on the lowest possible setting. How could they give ads to the star of the show? Leftover Italian food. Ooh, that sounds yummy. We're gonna shave you. Yeah, we might have to shave you, depending on the circumstances. Depending on how well the embroidery goes, you may or may not have lice. It can't be helped. Muda. Yeah. I don't think you were here for it, but I was talking about how I didn't know what I was going to do for your outfit. But I do have, fluffy fabric. But you don't seem like a cat or a dog. I was like, what could we do? But then we realized bears. You are exactly a bear, because the hibernation and the eating, the big belly, a bear is perfect. And so you're gonna be in a bear kigurumi. Bermuda. I feel like any word works with your name so well. Bald Muda, Bermuda. Copywriting. Don't copyright strike my Bermuda plushie. I hope I can make it well. I think I'd have to make my own pattern, since this is quite not a strange body, but a body type that's not typically used for these kinds of plushies. But there's so much math and numbers and measurements involved in making a pattern. I hope I can do it well. I'm not strong at math. Do you think crochet could work for the bear? Huh. I think it could. But the problem also arises, I've never made my own crochet pattern before. Especially not one that's like open. Like, I've made plushies for cats, but there would have to be an opening to get in and fit the body and go over the head. How would that work? But that would give me an excuse to crochet. Tutorials on YouTube. True. What's the most fun part of plushie making? Well, I have only just recently started. I've only made a singular plushie before this. So I don't know, like, the certain answer. But for now, I just like being able to make stuff of the things I like. Wow, what a great, helpful answer. I don't know. Like, if it's a Niji-sanji VTuber, if it's that thing, you know? You could very easily find it in stores, or even at thrift stores, you know? At least in Japan. But for stuff like Muda or Takopi, that is not that mainstream, it is nice to be able to be like, I can make this myself for my own enjoyment. I like to make my own character plushies someday. You should. It's also really fun to see something come to life before your very eyes. And you feel like, wow, I did that. That's also really fun. That's a good mindset. I am but a beginner right now, so this would be a very distant story talk, Hanashi. But one day I think it would be so cool if I would be able to like open commissions for dolls and be able to do it on stream. If I could have that be my job, that would be incredible. Because it's so hard to find a job in Japan. I can't find a full-time job. And so I work retail. And I make like $500 a month. So it would be nice to be able to have a job from home. Especially because of my back and shoulders are dying quite a lot. But just imagine that, y'all. Being able to have your job be a craft you enjoy, making things you enjoy, being able to yap while you do it, and just have fun. That sounds like heaven. Maybe one day. That'd be wonderful. Yes. Let's all do it together. We start our own craft company for VTubers. Come on. Where are ya? Where are ya? Oh, right there. Manifesting this. I just don't know how you would price it. Because I know for crochet stuff, for example, it takes hours, even if it's a tiny thing. And so you would of course want to price it at a price point that would be a good hourly wage for you, right? But also, say you want $10 an hour, and something the size of, like, your palm took 5 hours. The amount of people who would buy something so tiny for $50 is quite a small amount of people, I feel. So what would you even do in that situation? Would you just be like, well, at least I can make money doing what I like and, like, cut your losses? I'm not sure. I think I have tried to find other people who make stuffed dolls. And I saw people, they were charging like $200 for a doll. I was like, whoa. That's a lot. Like, not in the way that I'm bashing them for charging a lot, but in the way, like, do people pay that? It just blows my mind. That's so cool. I just thought about, what if there was like the ultimate VTuber group, and there was an artist who drew the models and rigged the models, like there's a rigger as well, and there's a separate artist who draws like merch designs, and then there's a separate person who makes the merch. Like, everything is done in-house. That would be such a powerhouse of a group. And also someone who can mix and someone who can animate. It'd be such a large group. But I think that would be so cool. I did see on Twitter recently there's someone who is making their own group for like just mixers and animators and stuff. But what if you went one step further and went into the people who can make the merch for it, you know? Sounds like it would be awesome, right? I think it would be so hard to keep track of, though. Do y'all also stream? I feel like I recognize your names from the Muda chat, but if y'all are also streaming, I want to watch. Zelda songs. Hold on, my legs hurt. Let me change positions. I am but a simple lurker. Oh, another account. Oh my gosh, are you PewDiePie? I can't believe PewDiePie isn't, like, viewed as the king of YouTube anymore. I loved him when I was in elementary school. I don't even think he does Brofist anymore. God, I feel so old. Wow. Oh. Speaking of being old... Yes, Stefano Barrels, yes! Okay. Now at least I don't feel alone anymore. We're both old. But it's already July. Can you believe that? The year's over halfway done. Like, what do you mean? Did we not just start? My mind is... I can't believe it. It is disgusting. When I was little, I was like, ugh, time is so slow. I wish my birthday would come so I can finally be whatever years old. But now it's like, oh, I don't want my birthday to come. Take your time. You can come slowly. Blinks, 5 months have passed. What? How did this happen? Where are you? I like my birthday for the desserts. Ooh. I just had my birthday a week-ish ago, June 20th, and I turned 24. But I was very fearful because 24 is basically 25, which is basically like your mid-20s, right? So you're basically 30. And 30 doesn't change much from 40, which is basically 50. And so I feel like my life is basically over at this point, and I have not accomplished anything. And so I'm scared. My life is basically over already. Yeah, long story short, I'm 100 years old. And I haven't done anything. I haven't done anything worthwhile. Or have enough money to, like, be a responsible adult. Or, I don't know, buy a house? What is it that adults do? I don't even know. And then, I think it was last night, I saw a commercial on TV that was like some kind of vitamins for women in menopause. And it was like, you start taking them from when you're 30. And I was like, wow, that's really far off. And I was like, 30. 30? Wow, that's really close, actually. 30? And then I got sad. World's first 24-year-old senior citizen. I'm glad. Thank you for giving me that title. I'll be glad to represent it. It does genuinely feel like that, though. Especially because my back, shoulders, and neck hurt so bad. I have to use, like, these muscle patch things to try to relieve the pain. And I talked about it a little before, but because the pain in my neck hurts so bad, it's like the pain's in the base of my neck, right? But the pain is traveling up the side of my neck into my head, like right here. And it's to the point where it's making me really dizzy, and every time I stand up, I get dizzy. Wait, what? It's making me dizzy, and every time I stand up, like, half of the time, I will fall down. And my job, I stand up and get down, stand up, get down quite a lot. So it's probably not the safest, I feel. There might be some underlying issues with my body. But I'm also too scared to go to the doctors. So I guess we'll never know. Take life at your own pace. I think that too. And although I shouldn't think like this, I do have the fear there, because society is always like, women lose their value once they turn 30. And I know that's not true, and I think that's so stupid. But the fear is still there. Like, my expiration date is coming soon, and I haven't done anything. It's such a stupid thing, and I don't even agree with it, so I don't know why I think it. But I'm still scared. It's still scary. Where should I tie this? Here? Oh, also, the lower lashes for one eye are done. It's better to do them both at the same time, but I really want to start the eye color. I'm so curious. I want to see what the final product would look like. But I should probably do it at the same time to keep it even. I must be patient. Be patient so I can get the best outcome. Because I always rush everything. And that's not good. It'll be worth it, true. I wonder if this length is long enough to be able to do the other eyeball. Cute! I was worried the bottom lashes would be too thick, but I think it looks very Muda-ish. I'm glad. It was not a mistake. Ugh. So cute, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Blushes, kicks feet. How do y'all sit in your chairs? Like when you're at the computer? I am always either crossing my legs like crisscross applesauce, or with one leg horizontal and one leg vertical. I was really tempted to move my camera to show you, but I'm not wearing pants. So maybe let's hold off on that. Really stupidly. Me too, buddy. You don't have a desk? Oh. Before I had like a PC and I did everything on the laptop, I used to have it on my bed, but it would get so incredibly hot because of the fabric underneath it. And so I put it on my thighs, but then my thighs would get so incredibly hot. Leaning my arms on my legs. Yes, I do that too. My posture is literally like this. I'm so fearful for whenever I am actually a senior citizen, because I'm scared my back is gonna get stuck like that. And I don't want that, and so I try to fix my posture, but it's so painful. My back hurts because my posture's bad, but trying to fix my posture hurts because my back hurts, and so then I can't fix my posture? So will I always have bad posture? At this point, am I just cursed to live the life of a shrimp? I wonder if there's like a surgery. Oh, I think there's one where they like put metal bars in your back or something, right? But that sounds so scary. Sleep without a pillow? What? Oh my gosh, speaking of, I only just recently learned that I've been sleeping wrong my entire life. What I've been doing... How can I explain this? Like, if this is my pillow, this is my head, my body, I would always sleep with my head here, including my shoulders on top of the pillow. And it was like, man, I feel like my head's not really being elevated. Let me add another pillow on top. And so I would sleep with 2 pillows minimum. And it hurt. But then I got used to sleeping like that. And then I realized, I think not even a month ago, quite recently, that your shoulders are supposed to be not on the pillow. Only the base of your head. And I didn't know. My mom sleeps the same way, and so I was like, well, mama does it. That must be the truth. That's how you sleep, I suppose. But apparently not. And so I've been trying to fix it, but it hurts. I also sleep on my side. And that's also something that's not good, because I cannot simply sleep on my side like this. I have to sleep with my back twisted and my legs like this. And I'm very diagonal. I do everything wrong, I guess. Same? I'm glad I'm not alone. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm doing that right now. I found my family. I found where I belong. It hurts when I wake up, but damn, does it feel good when I'm asleep? While cuddling a pillow. Nice. A hypermobility. Oh, is it? Oh, I don't think it's a hypermobility thing, but that reminded me. Muda is a big fan of the Tokyo Ghoul. And I started rewatching it recently, and it made me remember. The first time I watched it, I think I was in, like, middle school, and he always, like, does this, right? And I was like, wow, that's so cool. I'm going to start doing that, so I can be like him. But then once I started, like, I can't stop, so even now, I still crack my fingers and knuckles like this. It's all because of freaking Tokyo Ghoul. If I don't do it, it hurts. Freaking Tokyo Ghoul. I have considered reading the manga. It's been 10 years. This is the influence they warn you about. This is the dangers of anime. Waking up late at night, disoriented. Adult Swim? It played on Adult Swim? I didn't know. Right now, I'm at the part where he joined that group, but, like, it explained nothing of why he joined the group and what he's doing. And so I'm like, huh? Like, literally zero explanation, and so it made me angry, and so I haven't watched it for a few weeks. Did they explain it more in the manga? Did they actually explain why he's doing what he's doing? Or at least explain it in a way where you can follow as a viewer? Because if so, I will read it. He doesn't join the manga? Then that's just like a completely different story, is it not? How are they allowed to do that? Sleeping posture solidarity. We can have our own sleeping group too. I'm glad we're all the same. Baby Muda. What if I built a little crib for this Muda? The anime makes me so mad. You know what I do hope they change from the manga? I hope they change the ending for the Oshinoko in the anime. Has the anime already ended? I don't know. But I was reading the manga. And the ending... Such a waste. Such a freaking waste. If the anime has not ended yet, I hope they change it. But I am rewatching Saiki Kuso recently, and I am once again reminded of how it is just perfect. It is the master of comedy. Baby Muda and his bear Jamie sipping a crib. Oh my god. True. Give him 5 beers. I don't like beer though. I'll give him straight up vodka. I'll give the Baby Muda vodka. That's a joke, by the way. I don't know. I heard that Twitch is strict. I just want to be clear. Just want to make it clear. Yo. When I still lived in America. Yes, we do not encourage it. But when I still lived in America, I worked at Sonic while I was trying to save up money to move to Japan. And every day, I would bring home a strawberry milkshake. And while playing VR chat, I would mix it with vodka. Like, if the cup was this big, I would fill it up with vodka, like, halfway. I would put in so much. And oh my god, it was delicious. If you've never had vodka with a strawberry milkshake, I recommend it. In your own home, your parents give it to you. Yeah, I heard that before too. Yes, you gotta try it. There is a story. I'm not sure if it's good to say, but I'm gonna say it anyways. My uncle, he was a real big drinker of beer. And one day, in his truck that had a driver's seat and one singular passenger seat, him, me, and two of my cousins, who were all squeezed together in the front seat, and he was drinking beer while driving when I can't remember if I said, but I was 8. I was like around 8 years old at this time. And he was like, hey, you want to try this beer? And I was like, not really. It smells bad. And he was like, try the beer. And so I drank it, and it was disgusting. And then he did donuts. Like, he drove in the donut circle things in the truck. And it was like, I'm gonna die today. I didn't die though. In case you were wondering. That's messed up, yeah. I still think beer tastes disgusting. I cannot understand why people drink it. I've taken numerous sips on numerous occasions now. And every time, it's just disgusting. It's so gross, yeah. There were Rice Krispies? Oh no. Oh no. Wait, whiskey? I was expecting like weed. Whiskey infused. I didn't know you could do that. A lot. Oh no. Were you okay? That reminded me of when I worked at a restaurant. Back then I vaped, and one of my coworkers had a pen. A weed pen. I don't know the correct word for it, so I feel like I sound like a loser saying weed pen. But she let me try it, and I did it with the same, like the same way you would do a vape. I inhaled so much. And like I did it a long inhale like 2 times and give it back to her. And then like 30 seconds later, I was like, oh, I'm dying. I think I'm dying. My head hurt so bad. The room was spinning. My heart hurt. I was like, can I go home? I don't know if I said that actually. I think my boss noticed that I wasn't feeling well. Did she not warn you? No. She didn't. I was scared. I am so easily influenced, though. That's probably not a good thing. The reason I started vaping in the first place, I don't smoke anymore. I think it's been over a year now I haven't smoked. Wow, go me. But my entire family smoked cigarettes. And when I was little, like in elementary school especially, everyone would be like, "You smell like smoke, gross," and be mean to me. And so I was like, I will never ever smoke a cigarette in my entire life. I hate them, they are the work of the devil. But in high school, I had a girlfriend, and we were in the car, and she was vaping. And it was a blue raspberry flavor, I think? No, it was just a normal mint. Wait, was it? I can't remember. It might have been blue raspberry. And she was like, "Hey, try this." And I was like, no, I'm fine. But she was like, "It's really yummy. Come on, just one time, just try it." And I was like, come on, try it. Okay. And so I tried it. And then I coughed a lot. And I was like, that's horrible. My throat hurts. Maybe one more time, though. And then I got addicted. High school and vapes, sigh. Yeah. Wait a minute. No, it wasn't high school. I think it was right after I graduated high school. Because it was after COVID and I graduated in 2020. Yeah. I think it was just barely not high school. Oh, right, because I also met her on Tinder. I was 18. You want to know the saddest part of that story? She got me addicted to nicotine, and then she ghosted me. We were supposed to go on a date, and every time we would, hang out, I would drive over an hour one way. So in total, over 2 hours to go see her. And so, we planned to go on another date together. And the day of, I was like, "Hey, what time do you want me to come over?" No answer. A little time passed. "Hey, just checking in." Still no answer. And so I was like, oh my gosh. Is she okay? So I messaged her sister. And she was like, yeah, she doesn't want to hang out with you anymore. I was like, oh, okay. Konnichiwa. Yokoso. Ani sa kisu. Domo domo. Domo domo. I like Pekora. I also cannot stand ghosters. The subtitles are funny. Cannot go upstairs. That's definitely what I said. Do you have any funny stories? Let me know. I love having talks like this. I haven't been able to have talks like this in forever. They're so fun. Oh, or like, oh, my first kiss? The story of my first kiss? It was in 6th grade. And it was in the girls' bathroom. The amount of people I kissed in the girls' bathroom, wow, that was a spot for romance. A week before he cheated. Oh. One of the girls I kissed in said bathroom was my best friend. And a bit after that, I had a boyfriend. And I think we were dating for like a month or something. And then I found out he was cheating on me with said best friend. And I was so shocked. And I messaged them and I was like, what the heck, man? And they're both like, why are you overreacting so much? You're so annoying. And I was like, what do you mean? I thought you were my best friend, and I thought you were my boyfriend. What's going on here? I could never trust again. Middle school is terrifying, huh? Where are we? Hold on. I saw there was a message, but I can't look away. Right there. I crashed out so hard. I wanted to crash out, but ever since I was a child, I've always been a wuss. I can't speak my mind. I was telling my friend the other day, we are both huge people pleasers, and if someone were to stab us, we'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry, I got your knife dirty, I'm sorry. And it's so stupid. And it's not like I want to be like this. I want to be able to be strong and speak my mind. And every time I gather up the courage and I'm like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have confidence and say what I want to say. I can't. I can't. And the Wheel of Samsara. What is that? Oh, one of the things I'm trying to be confident in recently. I am quite short. I am 5'1". And a lot of people like look down on me. Not in the sense of looking down because their height is big. Looking down on me in the sense of, look at that guy. What a loser, you know? Stuff like that. They don't think of me as a threat, you know? So whenever I'm walking in a public space, if I'm here and another person's here, 100% of the time I am the one to move. Because if we get here and they're not moving, I get so scared. Like, okay, I guess I'll move. But I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. So I'm trying to train myself to not be the one to move out of the way. Oh, it also reminded me of that in Tokyo Ghoul. Where he was like, my mom taught me to always be the one hurt, never be the one to hurt others. And I was like, yeah, I feel that. And then the girl was like, do you really want to do that? Do you really think that's the right thing to do? Your mom was wrong. Stuff like that. And I was like, my mom was wrong? I really felt myself there. Start running to people if you have to. I'm just gonna start tackling people. 6'2". Good lord. There were people who were like 6 feet in school, and they would always put, like, how can I show you? Like, if I'm here and they're here, they would always rest their elbow on top of my head, like, oh, you're so short. And it made me so angry because, like, as a girl, there's no way to respond to that. Because if you're like, no, I'm not, they'd be like, you know you are, stop being a pick-me. But if you just laugh like, ha ha ha, They'd be like, oh, so you think you're so short and so cute? You're such a pick-me. So there's no good answer to how to respond to, oh, you're so short. So it would always make me mad. Oh, he was only 5'6". I think 5'6" is the perfect height though. Like, no matter if you're a girl or a guy or whatever, I think that's just the best height. Because you can reach most things from high places. But you can also, like, not bonk your head on, like, tree branches and stuff, you know? What I do appreciate, the singular thing I appreciate, is being able to fit into, like, boxes. Because, like, small places... Well, it depends on the place. But small areas that I choose to enter feel so comforting and so safe. Like, ah, this is my box. I enjoy this box. You have Nick imposter. I feel that, but not for looking down at people. I am scared to make eye contact with people, so I am constantly looking at the ground. And it's gotten worse since I moved to Japan, because of course everyone always stares. Mouth open, eyes wide, like, oh my god, that's a white girl. And of course, I don't want to make eye contact with them. And so I look down 100% of the time. But I also want to stop that. How does one get confident? I know logically, it is not scary. Even if I did make eye contact with someone, nothing bad would happen. And on the off chance that I make eye contact with someone, and they think I'm, like, ugly or something, who cares? Why does it matter to me? It is not scary. I should not be scared. And although I know this, I am scared. You can see over the top of everyone's head. When I moved to Japan, I got my first job. I worked at, like, a touristy place for pottery. I only worked there for like a month though, because it was like a test kind of thing. But that place was a typical... Like, imagine a Kyoto-styled building. It was like that. And at least once a day, there would be a foreigner who'd come in, and because their height was so tall, they would hit their head on the ceiling. And it was funny, but also, it looked so painful. Because of course, when you walk into a building, you don't expect to hit your head on the ceiling, right? And so, you wouldn't be walking cautiously. And so when you hit your head, it's a full-on bonk. And it looks so painful. I felt so bad for them. I'm glad I don't have to experience that. The handles are at eye level? That's crazy. That sounds so painful. I know. They all laughed it off, but I'm sure on the inside, they're like, ugh. Oh, how do y'all... I feel like we have so many shared experiences. I'm curious to know what your answer to this is. Whenever I experience something painful, like if I were to be at work and I got a huge cut on my arm from like a box or something, I'd be like, oh, that kind of hurts. Oh well. Like, I wouldn't care that much. But if I, like, got a paper cut or stubbed my toe, I'm like, oh, my life is over. It hurts. The pain. Oh my gosh. Someone save me. Oh heavens. I don't understand. Why does that happen? Do y'all do that too? Is this a shared experience? I feel like we are so alike that I cannot be alone in this sentiment. Yes? Ugh. I'm glad. Oh my gosh, I found my people. I overreact to everything. I see. Oh my gosh, wait, I have one more test. One more. I've asked other people in the past, so many people, and they've always been like, what are you talking about? But whenever I hear a good song, like, of course, your body just moves automatically, you know? Bopping your head, wiggling the body. You can't control that. But whenever it's like a really good beat to the song, do you clench the left and right sides of your butt cheeks to the beat? Like, not on purpose. Your body just does it automatically? Everyone I ask says they don't do it. You used... I'm so happy. No? Yes? Ugh. Well, Fumbus Fiend, it looks like you gotta get with the program. You gotta start clenching those cheeks. Oh, I'm so happy. Everyone is always like, no, what are you talking about? And I was like, oh, I guess I'm the weird one here. Yeah, I thought so too. No. Fumbus, you are in the minority here. So we are not gonna let you live this one down, actually. You don't clench your cheeks? What a loser. Gamuda, Mr. Butt Cheek Clenchy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I finally found people who know. Shame him. Shame, shame. The VTuber that clenches his cheeks rhythmatically when he hears music? That's the only way to listen to music. But I do feel like a bird. You know those videos of when you play music and the birds are like... I feel like that's me. Because I always notice that I'm doing it after I've already been doing it for a while. And then I feel like I look silly and stupid. I'm like, oh. And also, you know that meme of, I think it's a dog, smiling with his teeth? I feel like whenever I smile, that's how I look. Like, I look so awkward. And so whenever I smile, I think of that dog. We should have a dedicated, butt clenching session. Oh my gosh, you know how there's like, radio exercises, like morning exercises? What if, like, in the middle, no, in the beginning of, like, Muda streams, there's a butt clenching exercise? Alright, everybody prepare your cheeks. Muda Taisa. Yeah. I wanna do a stream of Miku fitness boxing. No, you do it? Okay. I will do the butt clenching. What would a good series name be? Muda butt reveal? No face reveal, but butt reveal is acceptable as a VTuber, you know? Alright, clinch on 3. 1, 2, 3. Clinch! Good job, everyone. But the morning, like the radio songs are all so calm too. So how would you even clinch to that? They're all calm and slow. It would be a very slow, drawn out clinch. Trying to be a yaoi bottom, true. I haven't read yaoi in so long, actually. I used to love it when I was in middle school. My favorite pairing was Haikyuu, Hinata, and Kageyama. I thought they were so cute. God, how old was I? Like 14? And I actually found the yaoi before I watched the anime. Like, that was my introduction. And so I was like, wow, these guys are so cute, I'm going to watch the anime immediately. So I only watched them because of the yaoi. My Haikyuu yaoi phase was awful. I think my entire yaoi phase was awful. Nowadays, there's so much yaoi everywhere that if you're a fan of it, you can very easily find stuff to watch. But back in my day, there wasn't that much. And so I had already read everything. I've already watched everything. And so I was desperately searching for anything new. And I saw that in Naruto and Sasuke kissed by accident. And so to see that one singular scene, I watched Naruto thinking, man, when is it coming? It's been like 100 episodes. When the heck is it? And so I was just waiting and waiting for the 5-second clip. And now that I think about it, why didn't I just watch the clip instead of watching the entire thing? And I think I stopped after saying it too, so I don't even know the story. I don't even know how it ended. Tasunaru, is that their ship name? Tasunaru. I never got into anything like, really? That's crazy. When I was in is this okay? I'm sure it's fine. When I was in elementary school, I was on Quotive, I think, and I was role-playing as Yaoi. Those were the days, huh? You're the world's straightest gay guy? Welcome back. We were talking about yaoi and roleplay and... yeah. Hey, hey, hey. I think... What do you think of Tsukiyama? Oh gosh, I suck so bad with names. Is that the blue-haired guy? The blue-haired guy who, like, sniffed the tissue with his blood on it? I was like, oh wow, what a delicacy! Or something like that? Yeah? Huh. Now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever seen any yaoi of Tokyo Ghoul. I've of course seen people talk about how they ship Kaneki with Hide. When I was like in middle school though. I only saw it when I was in middle school. I don't really see people talk about Tokyo Ghoul anymore actually, huh? Back in the day. I loved them too. I loved them too. Is the fate of Hidekane different in the manga? I don't know how much y'all have seen, so I don't want to say too much. But if you're fans of Muda, I'm sure y'all have seen. Yes? Their fate is different? Is it a good fate? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna read it then. I have to read. Okay, I will read it. I will try my very best. You've never even seen a single panel? No. Surely, you've seen at least one. You know, the Tokyo Ghoul meme of Kaneki, where he's like, like, looking up, all emo. I'm sure you've seen it. Oh, Fumbus. That's so funny. Oh, Fumbus. Where are we? Come on. Come on. Right here. White hair and black eyes. Well, you're not wrong. Have y'all seen Saiki? It's so good. I love it so much. He's so silly. I want to make a doll of him so bad. I love Saiki. He is just so perfect. It is so funny. And it's just... I cannot even explain why it is so perfect, but it is so perfect. But what surprises me, I'd say Saiki is, like, pretty popular as an anime, right? But there are, like, no figures of it. Like, even animes that aren't incredibly popular, like so underground stuff, they would still have figures show up in game centers. But Saiki just doesn't show up. Why? And the same is true for like Made in Abyss and Full Metal Alchemist. Recently I have been seeing figures for it, but it's much less than you would expect, right? From such popular things. Like with the amount of Naruto figures and like Re:Zero figures, you would expect far more, I feel. I would love a Saiki figure. Me too. I'm sure they sell them, but they must be expensive. Let me look it up actually, I'm curious. Saiki Kuso figure. What is this? Oh, custom? Oh, there's a Nendroid. No, that's custom too. Is there no official figure? Official. Oh, I think there's one. But it's like... I think it's made by an American company, and so it doesn't look the best. Wait, is that even official? Wow. That's a surprise. I would have thought there would at least be one figure for like $500 or something. Yeah, literally only one. That's so crazy. Anime figure makers, chop chop. You're missing out on a huge market. We are done with the eyelashes. What should I do next? Maybe... Maybe I'll do the white part of the eye next? Yeah, it's teeny tiny, so maybe the white part of the eye would be better. Let me grab a white from my stash. Look at this. Ba-bum. They're going to make a Nindroid soon? Where did you get said information? Oh, I want to buy it, but I know it's gonna be so expensive, man. Just let me buy my little toys in peace. Why must they cost an arm and a leg? Why is it knotted here? What's going on? Okay, maybe... I think this is a good amount. Oh no. Your figure collection keeps up. I want to show you so bad. My figures are right behind me. But I don't want to show you my face. I'll take a picture. I'll take a picture of my shelf and show you my phone. Hold on. Okay. This is my collection. I have a lot of Mikus. I love her so much, this chocolate Miku, she's so cute. This Miku as well, so cute. Can't wait to see the finished thing. Good night. Okay, I hope you have a very nice dinner with your Italian food. Thank you for coming. The Infinity Miku. What is my favorite Miku? From among these? Yeah! I'm surprised you saw that. And I have a taco pea here as well. I have my big taco peas on display in the living room. They're sitting on top of my couch. Oh, this one's cute. This Sakurai Miku, she has a little umbrella. And... oh, you just barely can't see it. But this spray paint Miko, she's really cute too. Thank you. I actually used to have more, but they would not fit on my shelf anymore. And my teeny tiny apartment could not handle getting another shelf. So I unfortunately had to thin it out. Because I did buy some figures Like, right when I moved to Japan and I went to, a secondhand store for the first time, I was like, what do you mean this figure's $2? I'm buying it immediately. Even if I did not love that particular Miku a ton, it was just so cheap, I had to buy it. But now, I know there are so many $2 Mikus. I do not have to buy the ones I don't care that much about. Proxy services. But isn't it still, like, super expensive? I feel like I looked into it when I lived in America, and the shipping was insane. Even just normal shipping. Like, I thought about buying figures for my friends and mailing it to them. Cause, like, the $2 figure I find here sells for like $40 online in America, you know? So it would be cheaper that way. But then the frickin' shipping is like $100. I was like, huh? What do you mean? At least 20 to 30? What? I mailed a Christmas present to my mom, and it was like... It was really tiny, but even that was like $80. Oh, freaking speaking of... Oh my god. When I was moving here, I had like a $2,000 or $3,000 computer with like a maybe $300 mic and other expensive tech-related stuff. And I of course could not put that in my suitcase. And so I mailed it to my new house in Japan using USPS. And I was always watching the tracking like a hawk. And I double-checked the address, triple-checked even. I wrote it in both Japanese and English. And I checked with my Japanese friends, like, hey, this is right. You can read this, right? It's correct? And it was right. And you know what happened? It never came. They were like, oh, the address is wrong. So even though it came to Japan, you spent, like, what, over $300 on shipping? Even though it came to Japan, we are going to send it back to America. And I was like, oh my god, that's so annoying. Well, maybe at least my mom, who has the same last name as me, can go pick it up. They wouldn't let her pick it up. And they also would not send it back to the address. So, I think someone actually stole... Someone working there probably stole my package, huh? Now that I think about it. Like, at least send it back to the address. I feel like that's what you would do, right? But yeah, my computer and my mic and everything was taken. I also put in a rare figure I had. I was so sad. I did get some compensation. How much do you think it was for my insanely expensive computer and mic plus the insanely expensive shipping? I got $200. A total of $200. Ugh. What? Yes, so generous. And I only got that $200 after bugging them for months. Being like, hey, where's my package? Any updates on my package? What's going on with my package? And now I'll never use USPS again. So, a warning to y'all in case y'all are ever trying to do something similar. I did use FedEx to mail my mom a present, and that went well. There were no issues there. Gosh, where do I want to do this? Do I want to have a really tiny eye? Tiny highlight? Maybe, yeah. So let's do the outline. Like right here. But I might be able to visit my mom for the first time in almost 3 years now. Hold on, this music is still copyright free, right? Yeah, okay, we're still good, we're safe. But I might be able to visit my mom for the first time in 3 years. I'm trying to go sometime in September. Because if I were to take a plane from Tokyo to America, that would only be like $1,600-ish for a round trip. I say only, but it's a lot better than the $3,000 from before. And so I'm trying to save up for that. And I'm really excited. I really want to see my cats. I miss my cats so bad. I hope you have fun. Thank you. I'm going to eat so much junk. It's so crazy. Like, when I lived in America, whenever I had the opportunity to have anything Japanese food, I'd be like, oh my god, this is so crazy. I'm going to spend like $20 on this one piece of candy. And it was just... it made me so happy. But now it's the complete opposite. To where if I see anything from America in a Japanese store, I'm like, oh my god, that's from America. I know that taste. That's my home. And I need to buy it. Even though it's probably just a bag of chips for $20. Is this song not loud? I feel like it's kind of loud. Or is this too quiet? Let me know. Is this good? Is this bad? Was it better before? Chips America flavored. Yeah. What am I looking forward to? I'm looking forward to Funyuns for sure. Funyuns and Doritos. And Twix. And I didn't expect to miss this, but grits? I really want to eat grits too. And the frozen Eggo home-style waffles. It is so delicious. Funyuns are your top 3? I think they're in my top 3 too. You never appreciate them until they're gone. I expected Funyuns, or at least Funyun adjacent things, to be in Japan, but there's not. usually the only chip flavors you can find are lightly salted seaweed flavor, pizza flavor, and consomme flavor, which I'm still not 100% sure what it is. And I can occasionally find Doritos, but it's not the American kind of Doritos. It's like made in Japan Doritos, and the taste is completely different. The taste is completely different. But if you find a bag of Doritos that has export written on it, then it tastes like the American Doritos, but it's also insanely expensive. God, I really miss Twix. My favorite chocolates used to be Twix and Reese's Cups. And I was able to buy a bag of Reese's Cups from Amazon a few months ago because I was like, you know what, I'll buy this as a treat. I really miss my favorite chocolate. And so I bought it. I was really excited. I ate it. And oh my god, it is so sweet. It was actually like a sugar bomb. I could not believe I ate this so often in America. And I didn't know my taste buds would have changed that much. But I guess it makes sense. Because in America, I despised vegetables. But now I love them and I eat them with every meal. Or almost every meal. Ooh yeah, I really like Umaibo too. I said that so whitely. But it is yummy. What flavor do I like? I like the corn flavor. And... oh gosh, I don't remember. It's been so long. I remember buying... in America, buying a bag of like an assortment of Japanese snacks. And it was really expensive, like $50 or something. Maybe it was 30, I don't know. But pretty expensive for a tiny box of snacks, right? And now that I have come to Japan and know what those snacks actually are, they freaking scammed me. In total, for that entire box, it would have been like $5 max. Max. It probably is even cheaper than that. They're running a freaking scam business over there. And I didn't know. And probably many others also don't know. The corn flavor, yeah, it's so good. Ooh, another, like, snack I like is the it's like the katsu, the meat, you know? You bought Nope Soda. Oh, are they selling that there too? I don't think it's good, but because I miss American soda flavors so much, like, I've just had to settle. What I really want is, like, Mountain Dew, or, like, a strawberry cream Dr. Pepper. I freaking love Dr. Pepper, and I love strawberries and cream. And they only released that after I had already left America. I think it was, like, the exact moment I left America. And it was like, what the heck, man? But basically, the only sodas you find here are Coke and Pepsi. depending on the store, you can maybe find Sprite. And even an even smaller percent chance of finding it, you can sometimes find Dr. Pepper. But that's like all they got. I guess they do have the cow piss. But for some reason it gives me really bad acid reflux, and so I can't drink it. I also can't drink anything that's like lemony or orangey. Anything that's like acidy. I can't do it. So I've been having to settle with the nope. But then I was like, oh my god, there's like almost 400 calories in this and I'm gaining a lot of weight. And so I drink it like in cycles. What is that? Kogel? Every other drink. So it's like the nope, and then Diet Coke, nope, Diet Coke, like that. Gosh, what is that called? Every other. Every other one is right, but I feel like there's a specific word. Intermediate? Intermediate? Maybe. Intermediate. The gears in my brain turning so hard. I thought intermediate was like a difficulty, like easy, intermediate, difficult. Yes, I think that's the word. Yes, intermittently. Yes. I think if I wasn't streaming, I would like 100% forget how to speak English. That's scary. And also crazy. What do you mean I spoke English for 20 years? And then you're just gonna forget? Yes, intermittent fasting. I tried that before. And it did nothing. I felt like I got scammed. But I think that's true for like everything, diet-wise. I ended up making the eye highlight much bigger than I wanted. I was really focused on yapping, oh no. That's a lot bigger than I wanted. Well, what's done is done. I think it's still fine. Yeah, he's got big shiny eyes. He's just an innocent little guy looking at the world with wonder. Let me go this way. He wouldn't hurt a fly, true. The fly would hurt him, I feel. Speaking of bugs, I have always hated spiders. But for some reason, ever since I moved to Japan, the fear has grown so much. I think it's because in America I didn't really go outside, but now when I go to work, I don't have a car here, so I have to go using my bike. And when I ride, like, my bike is in the apartment bike designated spot, you know? And there are always so many spiders there, It's so scary and I hate it. I hate it. Hold on, what's going on here, bud? What are you getting cut on? What are you doing here? Stop that. Oh, it's like your pet. No, I can't. I can't do it. I wish I knew why. Because I know they are most likely not gonna hurt me, right? And just being scared of something because it's ugly, well, that's not very nice of you. And there are even cute ones. There are even cute tiny little spiders. And I know this. And so I'm like, stop being scared of it, idiot. Come on now. But I'm still scared of it. And it's getting to the point where whenever I enter, like, even a new room, I have to do a spider check. Whenever I'm at work and I'm stocking the shelf, I have to look to the very end of the shelf to make sure there is no spider hiding in wait, ready to pounce on my hand at any moment. I have to be sure. I have to be on the lookout at all times. And I'm tired. I don't want to be on a high alert every day looking for spiders. What are y'all's favorite bug? I really like roly-polies. I doubt they're actively out to get you. They might be. They might smell my fear. They know. Okay, it's been 3 hours and I really gotta potty. I'll be real quick. Stare at Bald Muda. I will return soon. Bald Muda. I have returned. I am back. Oh, headphones. You said bug, not book. Yes. Oh, turn bunnies into men. That does sound like a good book, though. Welcome back, thank you. Oh, sorry, I bonked the table. While I was peeing, I was thinking, is there a meaning to Muda's name? Like, is it from the Japanese word Muda, like useless? Or I typed not. What is the Muda name lore? I must study. Cause I was thinking, like, the name Beef Muda popped in my head. I was like, haha, beef. And then I realized, like, basically every word goes well with that name. As in the Devil Bermuda Triangle. Oh. I see. So a useless Devil Bermuda Triangle. Muda, 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 muda. Madonna. Yeah, that's what I said. Hey, what's going on here? Why are you getting tangled? Stop that immediately. Muda. I like your name too. It's fun to say. Muda. The subtitles don't like it though. And also, while we're on the topic of names, I'm not sure how to pronounce yours. Is it, like, Majo-ban? Or like what? Like witch? Are you witch-bun? Majo-ban. Yeah, I see. Okay, I'm glad I was right. I didn't plan it, but when I was making my name, or I mean when my mother was making my name, of course, I just liked the name Mafuyu, and so I wanted to use it, regardless of meaning. And I was like, what would sound cute with that? Well, maybe... okay. I want to do Amane, but it seems like someone else has that name, so I will do Amayuki. And although unplanned, my name ended up meaning, like, rain, snow, and then Mafuyu is like... Gosh, what was it? It was like deep winter or something like that. And so it's all cold weather related. On accident. I was like, wow. I can't believe that. What a coincidence. Yeah. And my model is white and blue too. So it fits even more. This model's so cute. But I do want to have my own model one day. But gosh, I'm a sucker for white hair. I so desperately want to have white hair in real life, but it's such a pain to take care of. I did it in the past, But just having to use the purple shampoo, first of all, is so annoying. And also, like, the next day after you bleach your hair, you can already see the new growth. Cause it's such a drastic difference in color. Oh, dark green hair? Do it. I used to, well, in America, my mom would always dye my hair for me. But now that I don't have my mama here, there's no mama to do my hair here. I'm still not going to spend a ton of money to get my hair done, you know? And so I have to do it myself. So I've just been doing colors I don't have to use bleach for. And so I've been doing red. And it is cool. But I'm sick of it. What I really want to do... Hold on, this song is annoying me. Is this a good volume? Maybe a little quiet. Is this a good volume? Maybe. Let me know. But what I've really been wanting to do is, like a chocolate brown with a mint color. It'd be like a mint chocolate chip kind of color. I want to do it so bad. But I would definitely have to get it done professionally. Because not only would we have to take the red out of my hair, we'd have to dye it brown. But also bleach the part that would be mint, and then dye that. And that's just too much. I'm 100% going to fail that by myself. It does sound so amazing, and it looks so cute too. Sorry if you can hear noise in the background. It is a fairy. There's a fairy living in my house. Or a ghost. Oh my gosh, it's the ghost of Muda, waiting to enter this doll. I used to have, like, bright neon green hair. I actually looked like a highlighter. Once the soul enters the doll, throw him at the wall. Yes! That's the perfect plan. You know, when it was, a funny trend back in the day to throw cheese at the wall, like sliced cheese? What if I put cheese on Muda and then throw him at the wall? It's the best of both worlds. What the heck is that noise? Is it loud? I'm sorry. Should I turn up my mic? Is the background noise really bad? Nani shitenda? Nan no oto? I'm sorry if it's loud. The sound of oil. Is this volume okay? I tried to turn down my mic, so the sound of the oil popping isn't too loud. He's Riona. Oh yeah, I looked it up since you said it last time, and I do not know the difference. Back in my day, that was like Guru, you know? And I am a fan of some Guru. Or like Yami Kawaii. They're adjacent but different somewhat. How are they different? I tried looking up art for it, but not too much came up. Is it like a very niche thing that not many people make art of? Or was I just like looking in the wrong places? Oh, less intense. Oh. Wait, the song is annoying me too. How is this one? What do we got here? Yeah. This one might be good. Yeah. I think it's really cute how, like, the internet evolves, but it's basically the same. 'Cause what was popular back then was yandere and guro, you know? And now, it's like minhera and ryona, which, like, they're basically the same thing, just different words, you know? I think it's cute how it's still the same. Oh, speaking of, I really want to watch the anime for the needy streamer. But I don't know. I don't know where to watch it anymore. Because my favorite site is gone. It's not on Netflix. I've been putting it off. We gotta watch it. But I'm not sure if people like it. I feel like I tried not to look at too much about what people are saying because I don't want to spoil myself. But I feel like I saw people talking about how it's, like, different. It's not what they wanted. But it seems fun. At least the game was fun. There's a kind of new rhythm game that's, I'd say, similar vibe-wise. What was it? What I think it was actually called, like, Union something. So I can't remember the name of it. I suck so bad at names. But I want to play it so bad. And the songs are by, like, voiced by Nanahira, and I like her. I haven't really listened to her recent songs. I listened to the Tenshi to Akumato, that one. But my favorite one is a really old one. It's like, I'm not scared of a ghost. Or the internet is slow. Or, can I add you on Facebook? The Nampa. I think I first heard them in middle school too. I like this song. This is a good song. There's just one spot, one tiny little spot that the thread will not cover. Come on. You got this. You got this, thread. What should I eat for lunch? For breakfast, I had bread and Nutella. Something super yummy. Gosh. What could I even do? I think the only thing I could do is microwave pasta. But I'm not really in the pasta mood, you know? I really want to eat cucumbers, but we're all out. I ate my last cucumber last night. And I think it was kind of old, because it was like squishy. I still ate it though. And I survived to tell the tale, so... Oh no! Oh no, I did this one too far down, it's not even! Maybe you won't be able to tell. You will definitely be able to tell. One of the few vegetables I can tolerate. I used to freaking despise cucumbers. Even the smell of them made me feel like I was going to throw up. I hated them so much. But when I moved to Japan, I tried something called nukazuke for the first time, and it's like pickled cucumbers, but not like normal pickles. You put it in some stuff that looks kind of like sand, and it is so incredibly good. It tasted nothing like a cucumber, and when I ate it, I was like, oh my gosh, it was incredible. And so I got addicted to making that, but making it would take so much time, so I ventured out into other ways of eating cucumbers. And at the store, there's like these little seasoning packets, and there's one called tataki kyuri. And that is also so good, and all you gotta do is put a little bit of sesame oil on top, and then you mix it with the seasoning, and it's so yummy. And so, because of those, I have come to fall in love with cucumbers. I don't like the taste of them, like, by themselves. I still can't really enjoy that. But I have gotten to the point where I don't feel sick from the smell. Which is an incredible feat, I feel. We have finished the eye highlight. But gosh. It has been 3.5 hours. Should we perhaps stop for now? I want to keep going though, I'm having so much fun. But I also feel like y'all might be eepy. What do we think? You're so cute, so thank you. Should we call it an end for today? Or you woke up late, so you're good to go. Ponder, 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 ponder. I think I will stop for today. I will probably work on it a little bit off stream. Oh my god, the sudden music change jump scared me. Oh gosh, I don't know. I don't know what to choose. Y'all choose for me. Do I stop and eat lunch? Or do I keep going? It's up to y'all. Y'all can choose my fate. Have lipstick games. Oh. If the Muda has said so. Okay. I guess I will go eat lunch then. If I do work on it off stream, I will probably post update pictures on Twitter. But thank y'all so much for coming. I had so much fun, for real. I can't believe it's this fun to be able to yap with people, and to find people who also clench their butt cheeks. Thank you so much. You too, Muda. I hope you feel better. Thank you, thank you. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you, bye.